Hey guys, AlduicS here. I can't believe we're back with Season 1, Episode 8 of Arknights Prelude to Dawn. I did it. I caught up, only for it to end, because Season 1's over with this installment. If you didn't hear, though, Season 2 was announced. Perish in Frost. And we all know I'll be there, making videos on it, because I adore this show so much. And if you're also interested, a good buddy of mine, a much larger anime reactor, will also be starting Season 1 of Arknights. His name, Enrico Reacts. If you need the link, I'll provide it, but go show him some love, because he'll be starting it here soon enough, and definitely want y'all to bless him with the same level of support, engagement, and encouragement y'all have given me, because I truly do appreciate it. Y'all are the best community I could ask for. Y'all have the best fan base for this game, and rightfully so, because this anime has been out of the world, or even knocked out of the park. The effort, the passion by Yostar, when it comes to the level of detail, the characters, their growth, what we've been presented in the story, and everything I've been told, it's unlike any other mobile game adaptation ever, or even video game adaptation. Excluding some notable examples like Cyberpunk or Arcane, this is easily one of the best mobile game and video game adaptations to anime I've ever seen, and I don't think it'll get dethroned easily. And based on what I've heard from y'all about upcoming chapters without being spoiled, the word count gets longer, the craziness gets even wilder, and what happens with characters will be traumatizing. It'll be hype, and it'll be so good. But as of last time, the morals, the rules, the code of no killing was broken in response to Doctor's endangerment, to his risk of death. Amiya's powers went berserk, went wild in response to her emotions, because they were running very high. Skull Shatterer was going to suicide bomb the Doctor to take him out, to break that promise with Misha. And, well, it didn't end well, because if he's not dead, he is very much severely injured. And it even caused the chaos of the battlefield, obscured by the fantastic desert environment, all of the dust clouds, to come to a pause, as no one knew exactly what happened or couldn't understand what happened. And Misha bore witness to her brother, Skull Shatterer, but formerly known as Alex, be cut down by the person she had put her faith in, her trust in, her decision in, the I Believe Amiya. But now, cutting down the relative she had thought long dead, who had just returned once more. I did have a feeling it was going to happen, because they made that promise of, when I get back, when the battle's over, let's go home and stuff like that. Classic Death Flag material, classic foreshadowing. But out of everyone, I didn't want Misha to see it. This might lead her to the path of extremism. It might lead her to clash with Amiya. It'll definitely be a spark of conflict between them. Much less the internal conflict Amiya must be going through, because even she was shocked by what she did, and we still need to understand the function of the rings. Will we know what they truly do this episode, or will that be saved for a future season? Oh, I will say, though, I love how chaotic the battlefield was, really portraying how battles usually are. Even if you try to strategize, it usually devolves after a while into a bit of a, every man for themselves, you must survive, take out the enemies type of situation. It was really well done. And I do like the designs on the enemies and what classes we are shown and stuff like that, and W's scheming. All of it was so damn good. One of the best episodes, if not the best episode of Season 1 so far. And I can't wait to see what this finale has to offer. Maybe we'll see Misha pick up the grenade launcher she was being taught how to use by Skull Shatterer. I'd hate for her to join the path of extremism, to give in to the crazy talk, to give in to the fantasy. But grief does things to people. Oh, boy. But before we hop into it, make sure you check out my links down below. My Twitter, my Twitch, my Kitsu, my Patreon, my Discord, and even my VOD channel. Support me on all those platforms, especially my Patreon, because every new patron helps me dedicate more and more time to making content, because it's not sustainable to make money off of ad rev. Not that I even qualify for that right now with my YouTube channel, but That helps me pay my bills, focus more time and less time door dashing. And I do like making these commentaries and reactions. Plus, if you want to be able to vote or help decide what anime I watch next, or what movies or what live action TV series, head over to there. All of my reactions are basically unedited, so they have full audio, full footage, no transparency, no echoes, opening and endings included. And they also sometimes have extra moments that I cut out for YouTube where I'm discussing something or it's a slip up and it might be entertaining. And while you're checking out those links and everything, and if you could, join my Discord. I do have plenty of Discord Arknights members there, but I always like to grow the community. Chat me up, gush with me, inspire me with your knowledge and stuff like that, and make me go ah and ooh over what you'll tell me, but try not to spoil. And while you're doing all of that, you should leave a comment, a like, subscribe, hit that bell icon to be notified when I upload next. All of that does help boost engagement, helps YouTube promote my video, recommend it to other people, make more eyes come to my channel and these videos themselves. So it'd be very much appreciated, but not mandatory if you want to help me out in those regards. Either way. All right, let's hop into it. Oh, the shaking hands, the unsteady breath. Already off to a great start portraying the trauma, the shock. Yep. I need to understand more about her power, her black arts, and what makes her so unique. And we're back. Also, heads up, I did do a reaction to Holy Nightlight ONA for Arknights, so expect that shortly after this video comes out and everything like that. If you could, go to support over there as well. Definitely feels like the audio is slightly off. I might have downloaded a bad version. Really hope it doesn't like have a major issue. It doesn't sound super off, it just sounds off a little distant. Yeah. Yeah, she's hiding. She wants to be alone. Yep. Oh, so he is dead. It's always that second guessing. I hate that Amiya has to go through this. It was in the heat of the moment. Tension, your emotions flared up and everything. Your ideals are being challenged. And you're afraid of how they'll react. Offering that helping hand. He won't let you shoulder that burden alone. Taking her to Misha? Hey, W. Misha. Yeah. These schemes, these manipulations. For a moment, I thought they were going to have Misha be stuffed into one of those outfits so it looked like a hostage, but in reality, she was going to pull off the mask and be Misha, and then they were going to have a heart-to-heart moment, or a confrontation, whether she liked it or not. Yep, that conflict, that time. That extra level. Yeah. And it's driving her to extremism. Oh my god, this view of her eyes. Please don't join them. Don't join the reunion movement. The grief does things to people, man. Oh, the emotion in her voice, too. Is she gonna carry on the mantle? I hate seeing Misha like this because I really like her. Yep. Further and... Yep. So she's standing with the reunion. How could she trust you? Yeah, how could she trust you after everything but... She's giving into the fantasy. Fuck. What are you doing, Chen? I get what you're trying to do, but come on. I see you, Chen. All right. Still a little bit rough around the edges, but I can see what you were trying to do for her. Of course, you're not alone in this. Don't shoulder the burden, the blame, everything on your own, Amiya. Love this music with it. A proper face-to-face conversation. You'll make her understand. You'll get your sincerity across. I hope so. I love that they haven't forgotten the detail about the oropathy in her legs. And then she's gonna bring her brother into the guilt trip. I could see why the devil race are so despised, but can we appreciate the vocal talent, the VAs, and the level of effort they put into the characters. W, the way you could feel like the condescendence against her, the way she's manipulating, the amusement in her voice, and then Amisha. Oh god, her VA is so damn good. You just the impact, the weight of her "shut up" comment. Oh my god, you could feel like as if the character's breaking. Oh. Definitely looks like it's gotten worse. The way the lighting also works. I love this. The shading's on point. Really taking on that mantle. Yep. Still love the that command terminal. Picking them off one by one group at a time. Oh, that was cool. Always moving at her own pace. And we still don't know where Tallulah is. She's unaccounted for. Oh, the way that's presented, the way you could hear the stabbing, the body being lifted up and then dropped as she pulls the sword out. That's really well done. I like the visual storytelling aspect. Oh, that's cool. Definitely can't underestimate Exia. She's masking her presence somehow. The grenade launchers? Or the Tallulah? Reinforcements. Or, nope. It's Misha in Skull Shatter's outfit. Oh. Misha's continuing down that path. This music, though. Oh, the bombardment is so crazy. That inspiration. Oh. Making them retreat. Inspiring and making sure they're safe. Now they have something really... Their inspiration, they're more motivated. They're more willing to die to go home. That's what the presence of a leader can do on a situation. But she's pushing herself. How long until she runs out of arts? Alright, and the way the music comes out, or cuts out, I mean. Accepting that blame for the reality that's happened. Fate's often a cruel mistress. Oh, that callback, yeah. She's putting down her hand. That's this conflict, yep. Because the different paths that they take with the LGD, with Lungman and Rhodes Island, and how they treat the infected, how they treat the enemy. If they resist, they won't. They'll be killed. It's all a matter of survival. It's the fate of the battlefield, and this is challenging Amiya's ideals, what she wants to do, and how she wants to use Rhode Island to take the situation. But you can even hear Chen feeling conflicted with her voice, but she has to be the leader. She has to say it. She also did it to save Amiya. Her ideals have been truly challenged. I love your design, W. Hey, Culsit. Chief Wei. Still love his design. Can't ever fully predict everything. Might have been for you, but definitely not an all's well that ends well here. That line, though, holy shit. It's their fundamental difference. I like this motivation from her, this attempt to cheer her up. Not necessarily console her, but... Alright, so this is the after credits. We're gonna have probably a moment between Doctor and Amiya. Oh, the flowers and the grenade launchers with the rubble. And I really do respect you for that, Amiya. I believe it. You were his guiding light. It was his choice, yep. Even knowing what may happen, he still chose to walk with you. A guiding light. You were everyone's hope, essentially. I really like that moment. That was a really sweet moment between these two. Out from the darkness into the light. Season 2's announcement. Oh, the way that kind of creeped in, like the frost effect, gave me chills, and the music with it too. First and foremost, I will say I do apologize for the slight audio issue. I downloaded it from my usual source, but maybe they just made a mistake when uploading it first. So audio might be slightly distorted, and I do apologize, but it wasn't anything major from what I could tell. It just sounded slightly more distant. But maybe that was how it's intended, and I might be completely off base. But what did I think? It was depressing. Should have seen this coming. So she embraced the path of extremism. She took on the mantle of Skull Shatter, wanted to save them, wanted to inspire all of the reunion members. It was how she was coping with the grief. It was how it was making her act. You can't necessarily blame her for that because it affects everyone differently. Some people are more willing to embrace the fantasy, embrace just the dream instead of face the cruel reality. Sure, I don't agree with the methods, but even the brief respite that it does give people, I can at least respect. And I might sound like a broken record, but I can really appreciate the vocal talent in this show. Putting out absolute quality, absolute top-notch work. It's so good. Chen, Amiya, Misha, W. Easy highlights of this episode. Overall, though, what did I think about the first season? I mean, I'll say it again. Easily the best mobile and video game adaptation that I've seen, if we exclude Cyberpunk and Arcane, obviously. But what it brings to the table, how it's kept me so invested in the world, the characters, the unique atmosphere it has, the music, the art, animation, the way it always feels like a cinematic cutscene. I don't believe there's a single aspect of this show that I actually dislike or find mediocre. It is such an interesting ride, an intriguing ride. I don't know what's going to happen next. Even if I had like maybe 20 minutes of total playtime of the game, I don't understand most of the stuff, and it helps that the show is very show don't tell and tell don't show sometimes, and a good mix between them where they're doing both. Like Chen's scene cutting down one of the infected and the way we focused on the boots. I really like how the cinematography of this show is done. And the attention to detail has just been on point. It's been incredible to behold. It makes me really glad I decided to give this show a chance, because I almost passed it up, to be honest, because when it dropped, I was like, I had to ask a buddy of mine what he thought of the premiere, because he watched it on his own. And I said, screw it, I'll watch the premiere. And that started my journey into here, into having an experience unlike most mobile game adaptations. That it leaves me really wanting more, that it feels like it was worth investing this time, this effort into making these videos over it, because I really want to know what happens next, but I'm not going to hop into the game. I'm very excited about the fact that we got a season 2. I mean, we all saw it coming, considering how much money it makes for Yostar, the game itself, and then the fact that, the story arcs get longer, get crazier, get more emotional, apparently, as I've been told, so it was only a matter of time. But the fact that it's getting its own proper anime and more seasons, maybe it'll also have a nice ripple effect on video game adaptations and mobile game adaptations and make them higher quality. Because there's been some good Fate ones, obviously, but excluding Cyberpunk, excluding Arcane in terms of just video game adaptations, not many come to mind. Most often than not, they just feel pointless, feel tedious, or just don't stand out. But I'm always welcome to any change, any ripple effect. Oh boy. If I wasn't so emotionally drained already today, because I watched the finale to Villainess, I watched Akiba's penultimate, I watched Yurusei's 10th episode, all back to back to back before this, and each time I did tear up or cry, and this was depressing enough. This is the second time we've lost a character in the show that I really do like. But it left a lasting impression on me. And I like how Chen and Doctor tried to encourage, tried to cheer up, tried to motivate and inspire Amiya in their own ways to different levels of effectiveness. And I like what Chen has to offer in this. Definitely way better than when we first encountered her. Less stick in the mud, less must adhere to every single aspect of the rules. I don't care about you. After being stood up to and everything, she treats Amiya and the Rose Island with respect. And you can even hear it devastate her in some of her actions, but she says what needs to be said. A leader can't afford to hesitate because it affects the entire chain of command. It affects the state of the battlefield, and it could cause a life. It could cause a life to be lost, essentially. And Amiya almost did lose hers against Misha. It had to be done, even if it did break my heart. I just wish it hadn't come to this, man. I really did like Misha, and that whole I'm sad I didn't make you the doll. Of course, gotta go straight for the feels, huh? I can't wait to find out what's gonna happen next, where we'll go next, what other cities, are we gonna get side story adaptations, and so on. There's so much more I want to see of the world, the characters. Very glad I did watch the Holy Night Light ONA, the original net animation. That reaction will be coming out shortly after this one does, so make sure to show that some love. And in terms of other reactors, Enrico Reacts, as I said, will be starting up Season 1, Prelude to Dawn for Arknights in the coming days. So go give him some love. He's a bigger reactor and a good buddy of mine. I'm in his Discord. I'm a moderator. We've known each other for years. So show him some love for me. But completely disregarding those, Let me know your guys' thoughts on the finale itself, on my commentary, on my reaction, on any of my theories. Keep spoilers out of it, please, or at least hide them very well if you could. Join my Discord if you want to chat with any other Arknights people there and chat me up too. I really do appreciate people joining my Discord. It's a good way to get updates on whether or not there'll be videos coming or what I'm watching and so on. And in addition to my Discord, check out my other links: my Twitter, my Twitch, my Kitsu, my Patreon, my VOD channel. Support me over on Patreon. Every bit helps. More patrons means I can do more. And, you know, all of my reactions are over there or unedited. And I do have Patreon exclusive series over there, and it's continuing to grow. And if you want to be able to vote on maybe what anime I watch next or what movie I watch next in terms of animated films or eventually live action films, or even, you know, vote on what live action series I should watch, or if I have polls going for them, consider supporting me. Because they all have full audio, full footage, opening and endings included, essentially unedited, as I said. I might sound like I'm beating a dead horse, but I am a small-time creator, and every bit of support helps. From your guys' likes, comments, subscribes, hitting that bell icon, because it does promote engagement. It tells YouTube to recommend these videos to even just viewing the video or checking me out on any of my other platforms. But all good things have to come to an end. Fortunately, we know there is more in the future. Don't know how long it'll take. Maybe it'll be a 2024 show, or maybe we'll get it by the very end of 2023. Either way, I'm excited for what'll happen next. I don't mind the wait. And I thank you all so much for joining me on this journey. I do apologize about the delays in videos. I did fall behind after all, but your patience, your understanding has been absolutely incredible. What an incredible fan base. What an incredible community. This has been AlduicS. See you all later. Hope you all check out for another video. Or check out another video and I see you on other videos. I got plenty of reaction series and we're not slowing down. Peace.